Johnny, I don't know what all this if you could be crap is because, as you know, I am already a master of the saxophone. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would definitely be a master of the saxophone, though, because being a master of the saxophone is pretty freaking sweet. And you know my love for smooth jazz, which a lot of people don't get for some reason. Being a master painter would be kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't really care about painting that much. At least not for me. I can appreciate it, but it's kind of boring to draw. Probably because I can't. But anyways, hello everybody. I'm walking to the Coffee Bean again because I haven't had breakfast and I wanted to write. And I thought I would combine those two things and also combine it with making a video. I'm thinking I might move my video day to Fridays permanently now that it's free. I don't work on Fridays anymore and it's a pretty open day for me. It's like my only open day now. Unless I have rehearsal, in which case it's not open. Anyway, I've got a new hairstyle, straight out of Game of Thrones. I've noticed, well actually Lydia and Christine suggested it, but they noticed that all the guys in Game of Thrones with long hair, they like take the top part, put it in a ponytail that sort of runs down the back and let the back of the hair sort of hang loose. And it's kind of that fantasy-ish style that a lot of them have. But it's, in real life too, so I'm not a nerd. Just kidding, I am. And in keeping with that nerdiness, I'm going to talk about Star Wars today. I'm not going to talk too much about the new movie, or the terrible, not-so-new movies, or not even the really awesome older movies. No, I'm going to talk about the expanded universe and how they got rid of all of it. Not only that, George Lucas says that only the movies are canon now, and also those stupid animated TV shows. Yes, the Clone Wars and the new series Rebels are now canon, apparently. All those stupid adventures Anakin Skywalker went on with his apprentice, which he never should have had, with Obi-Wan and all that wacky stuff, that's all canon now, apparently. And not only is it canon, which I think it already was, technically, but now it is the only canon, in addition to the movies. I grew up reading Star Wars books. I've read about 42 of them, or something like that. And the book's stories were so epic and awesome. I mean, I loved them. And Luke Skywalker's storyline after the movies is just so epic. I can't really talk about it too much for fear of spoilers, but I almost got run over by an ambulance. The expanded universe, the books in particular, took the story we were familiar with from the old movies and expanded upon it so much and gave these characters such rich and epic lives afterwards. And everyone who read those books, and they were very popular books, went along with that and experienced that, and it's real to us now, in the same way that Aragon is real to us, or that Lord of the Rings is real to us. I mean, I understand that they have to get rid of some stuff for the movies because the movies are apparently taking place in the same time period, but I don't know that that was even a necessary thing. Why couldn't the movies have taken place like 1,000 years before the events of the previous movies? I mean, there's a lot of books already set, thousands of years before the Empire and that kind of stuff. I mean, there's so much space to play with and to make new stories for. I mean, that's what they've been doing with the games and the books and all that stuff for a long time now. Why can't they leave all that alone and simply add more to it? Because there's plenty of room to do that. But no, they wanted to take all the original cast and put them in a new movie, and I don't know why. I mean, they're not really fit for playing the same parts again, I don't think. I mean, what are they going to do? I can't help but feel like they're just sort of shoehorned into this thing for fan service, which is not my favorite thing in the world. I mean, I'm a fan, but I don't like to be serviced just for the heck of it. I'd much rather have an original story with an original cast, which is, partially what's happening, but not quite entirely. They went halfway, I think, but they needed to go all the way. At least that's what I was hoping for. I'm not saying my word should be law in terms of the Star Wars universe, but it would be a good idea. They say that they're going to take elements from the expanded universe and, use them in the new expanded universe, which, I don't know if there's going to be a new expanded universe. I mean, there's just basically the universe now, and that's it, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's not as big of an insult as having the prequel movies be so terribly bad, and I'm glad George Lucas is not writing them anymore, but, I mean, it's not the greatest thing to start off on, in my opinion. I mean, they're starting this new and epic chapter of the Star Wars universe, and it seems like they're just trying to recycle some elements while adding new elements, which, it was kind of cool, but it wasn't what I was hoping for, I guess. And again, that's just me because I'm biased and I am familiar with the story of all the characters that takes place after the original movies, and I've become kind of attached to it, so, I recognize that it's mostly me. And I'm very excited still about the new movies, and I think they're going to do a great job, and it'll definitely be way better than, last time. I mean, it's certainly not the end of the world. I think it's just that, those books were part of what inspired me to want to write stories in the first place. It was such a huge part of my early imaginings and my immersion in stories, and that's basically all I read for several years. I read a lot of other stuff too when I was younger, but that was mostly what I read and was excited about reading. And just to know that those stories don't exist within the canonical universe of Star Wars anymore is just kind of, what? But like any fiction, our mind makes it real, and my mind is making it real still, even if their minds aren't. So that's okay. But anyway, enough about that. Just finished my writing session at the coffee house, and I'm walking back. But anyway, yeah, so Johnny, I wanted to ask you a question. Actually, no, I'm going to talk about something else first. I've been working on an alternate opening for my book, but then it just wasn't working, and now I'm going back to the original one I was doing before, like 8 months ago. Writing is hard. It takes a long time. All that work into a new set of chapters for the opening, and I'm going back to the original one because it was really good. I don't even know why I stopped doing that one. I guess it was because I wanted to add more things, but definitely a good idea to finish something first and then go back and rewrite it if you need to. If you just keep going over the first 2 chapters over and over and over again, you're never going to get anywhere. Johnny, I'm going to ask you a question, and this one is not it, but it is another question I want you to answer. How do you feel about the new Star Wars developments? And Johnny, your actual question is, if you were to get a tattoo, what would it be of, where would it be, and why would you get it? Ask because I am myself an interested. Ask because I myself am interested. I ask because I myself am interested in getting a tattoo of either a Celtic Trinity symbol called a triquetra, or the Sicilian flag symbol in the middle with the guy with the head and the 3 legs around him in the triangle shape, which I can't recall the name of at the moment, but it's something really cool. Anyway, that or the Sicilian flag or something. Something cool and related to my heritage/beliefs. So yeah. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well, and I will see you later.